Here we are tonight at Melanzi's Bar and Grill in West Warwick with another iteration of our Stogie Geeks interview. I'm here today with Robert Wright from Puro Cigars. How are you today, Robert?
I'm well, man. I'm excited, and I'm just happy and fortunate to be here, man. Anytime I can come out and represent my cigar and kind of share a little bit of myself and my palate with true cigar connoisseurs and lovers, man. I'm in my element, so.
Well, I appreciate a couple minutes tonight.
All right.
So, Robert, what got you into the cigar industry?
Actually, as a musician on the road, things got a little slow, and I kind of accidentally got involved in becoming a sales rep to kind of make ends meet. And a year went by, 2 years went by, and I started as a cigarette salesman. And eventually I made the transition into becoming a cigar salesman with Swisher International back in 1983, I think. And that was my first introduction into the cigar industry, and I've been involved ever since.
Wow. So you're certainly not a newcomer to the industry.
Not at all.
Nah.
Not at all.
So now you're hooked up with Christian, right, in the Fabricas Unitas team, right? Tell us a little bit about that and how that came about.
Christian is a partner with me in the Pura Soul line. I used to work for Christian back in the days when he had the Commercial Cigar Company. Mm-hmm. And I covered New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania for him, and was a part of a very successful company at that time that became very lucrative to the point that Davidoff wanted to buy it. And, you can't get mad at them for selling the company.
You don't say no to them, right?
Yeah. So he sold the company, I think, in 2010, going on 2011.
Sure.
And I made the transition from being with him for about 5 years during the integration and became employed by Davidoff as a sales manager and stayed with them for about 3 years during the integration.
Awesome, awesome. Well, today we're smoking the Perfecto of your Puro Soul line here. But other than the Perfecto, what other sizes do we have in your line?
I have 5 sizes. I have a 48 by 6, which is the smallest ring gauge that I have. Again, this is my preference, so I have to be true to what I like. I'm not a fan of a Churchill, so I took an inch off of what typically would be a 7 by 48, and instead I made it a 6 by 48.
Okay.
I have a Robusta, which is a 50 by 5, and a Toro, a 50 by 6, Perfecto / Salomon, a 7 by 52, and a 60 by 6.
The Gordo, right?
Yeah, you can call it what you want to. I just use the size as opposed to the name, but yeah, you can call it a Gordo.
Sure. Other than the sizes, what else can you tell us about the blend? Maybe the profile and the flavor profile?
Well, what I wanted in a cigar that represents my palate is something that's full flavor, medium bodied, something that it's inviting to all types of smokers that like mild cigars or full-body cigars. I wanted them to be included and not be exclusive to this blend. And so I focus more on flavor and balance and complexity. And it's an all Nicaraguan-made cigar. I'm a fan of an Ecuadorian Habana wrapper, so this has an Ecuadorian Habana wrapper. And I love Nicaraguan tobacco and the region that offers 4 distinct different farming areas that grows diversity of flavors.
Sure.
The Jalapa region has a little sweet quality to it. The Esteli region has that typical spice and strength that Nicaraguan tobacco is known for. And then you have 2 other regions, Zone 1 and 2, Condego Zone 1 and 2. As you move closer toward the Honduran borderline, it becomes similar to the Honduran tobacco in quality, which is kind of a heavier feeling smoke. You feel it in your system.
Sure.
So that was ideal for me because now I have the ingredients to now try to do the next step, which is to try to get the balance. And I think this blend represents as close to a well-balanced smoke to my palate and offers a diversity of different flavors, a little sweet, a little spice, pepper, and that beautiful flavor that I love about the Ecuadorian Habana wrapper.
I agree. One thing I have to say about this, for a predominantly Nicaraguan cigar, this is not your everyday Nicaraguan cigar. It's a very unique flavor profile. And
thank you.
It's one of the things I think that's a compliment. personally, when I think of a cigar, the uniqueness is what really draws me to them. What is the price point? Do you have a link on your website as to where people can find your cigars if their local B&M does not have them? And maybe give our listeners a little heads up to where they may be able to meet you or see you on the road in the future.
Well, believe it or not, my website is still under construction. I know it's taken forever, but I started the process with an individual invested, and so I'm kind of waiting to see it through. The cigars are distributed by used to be Fabrica Unidas. We now use the name CLE Cigar Company, which is Christian's new cigar company that distributes Asylum, Osak, CLE, Aurora Line, and Winwood. So getting in contact with that company will put you in contact with the my Pura Soul. I have a website, Pura Soul, excuse me, not a website, Facebook page and Instagram. And you can get some information on some of the future events, and definitely by contacting CLE Cigar Company. My next event that I have on schedule is at Cordova Cigar Company, a cigar lounge in Pensacola on, I think it's April 18th. And I'm looking forward to that. That's a real big thing. And Robbie is a became a very good friend and a supporter of the brand. And, so if you're in the Florida area, come on out on April 18th.
All right, Robert, well, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. And so you guys, listeners out there, take a look at the Puro Soul. Give it a try.